Hey guys, this is Dardamos with Dardamos Dominions, and once more I'm in with Gazlov. How are you doing, dude?
Pretty good.
And Galdavir, thanks for joining again.
Hi-ho, off to the thrones we go.
Yeah, dude, I'm amazed. I think our first game, nobody ever took thrones. It was kind of a boring battle, and then all of a sudden, all the thrones were taken. Kind of interesting that we're getting some high-level play of taking those thrones as fast as we can, but we have a message... We have a five-page paragraph or five-paragraph essay from Asphodel. Let's see. I'll get the first paragraph, and then I will hand it off to somebody else. Starting to feel the money squeeze. Abyssia ended nap with the Ba. They are already more than 20 provinces. I will get foul vapors in a few turns. Abyssia not taking a PR bless is a great benefit for me since water random hags can straight up cast foul vapors. I'm surprised Abyssia did not take poison resist. In addition to me, Pan can cast foul vapors, and Satis is a poster child for it. I agree. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you're gonna have to kill him.
I want to see how Zan deals with his bless having so many holes in it. Okay, Gazlov, can you hit the second paragraph?
Sure. War with Abyssia still won't be easy, but it will only get harder to do anything if I wait. As this stuff is slow, I can likely win raiding war, pressure Abyssia into committing armies somewhere. Magic that can kill the bull should be coming online in the next 5 to 10 turns, but that's only if I fight real armies with it. Having it attack block raids on my western border should be relatively safe.
Gazlov, am I forgetting something? Didn't he just get like a solid nap with Abyssia and is like good and friends with him?
Yeah, so what it sounds like to me is Asphodel is targeting Abyssia. Like, Abyssia has become his number one focus in this game.
Why?
And he's tormented. Abyssia's existence is basically tormenting this player. So it's clear that it's, what Asphodel's going to be doing.
Okay, Galdavir, can you get that last paragraph for me, dude?
In big army fights, it will be a race to see if fire elementals destroy mannequins plus skeletons and reach my mages before foul vapors kills his mages. Pulling mages out of the lab is even larger commitment for me than most nations. They are expensive and they research quickly. I can somewhat keep up in tech because when I recruit at capacity, he gets 48 research points added per turn. Still, they can turn a battle. More skeletons, and if I take quick deviation for evocations, I can pick up Sleep Cloud, which is an awful for expensive units like Lava Warriors to deal with. If only I had a better way to handle fire elementals.
What I'm amazed is, like, you guys do the typing in like their in-game chat, right? Have you guys used that?
It is an awful, awful system.
And to write like a 3-paragraph essay in that is... I mean, that's amazing to me, because I can't do more than like 2 sentences, and it gets annoying.
The main issue is that you can't go back and highlight, or you can't select where you want your cursor to go. You have to use the arrow keys in order to move, and you can't mass backspace. So if you type out a long message, you have to go and edit it to make sure it looks nice, or it reads properly, and suddenly if you make a mistake way back at the beginning, you have to delete, or you might have to delete the entire thing and start back over. One other thing, you can't copy paste.
Yeah. This is, I remember I did when I played as Relay, I typed something out in like the Relayan Cthulhu language, and I remember having to type every single letter one by one. It was nuts. But yeah, hats off to the Asphodel player for 3 paragraphs in that horrible word processor. Horatio has gotten the throne of the outer throne. I think we need to go look at that, because I don't think we looked at the thrones and which ones they've gotten. But we do have a new combatant, which is Mictlan has attacked Ermor, and of note, he just hit 20 barbarians after all those losses during expansion. He just took 20 barbarians with 0 losses. I mean,
he flew. Right? Are these Eagle Warriors, or are they Jaguar?
He got Jaguars this time. He finally figured out that Jaguars are better. Oh my goodness, and that net was beautiful too. But night and day. I think if he would have started with these Jaguar Warriors, I think that at this point he would be a front runner. Let's see.
Well,
okay.
maybe. I mean, he's been kind of passive.
Yeah, I think I got to talk to him and get him in an interview again because I really do want to talk to him and see what his thought process is. I know he's making videos on this. I mean, I wonder if if his nerves are up or what's going on. But what's that, sorry?
You got any predictions on how this goes?
What's funny is I did see it and I didn't actually see the results screen. Did you guys see the results screen?
I missed it. It was too fast.
Okay, Galdavir, how about you, dude?
I saw that Ermor took a massive amount of casualties.
Well, yeah, so we know that's going to happen. But who won? Did you see who won?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Then you can predict. You saw that Ermor took casualties, but do you think they win anyways?
No, I don't. That looks to be Horse Tribe, and Horse Tribe are not going to trade well against Slave Warriors. And then he's got a nice, wonderful Lizard King over there who's going to just spam Holy 3 level banishments on all that chaff. So I think that the Lizard Warriors are going to hold, and the Priest King is going to just annihilate.
Well, this was cool, dude. Like, you missed it. The Horse Tribe killed a whole bunch of these guys because they have no shields.
Arrows.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious. Does that change your opinion, or do you still think it's going to go well for Satis?
Depends on if they can make contact before all the arrows do enough damage to them to where they'll get start triggering morale routes. We'll have to see.
Gazov, what's your thoughts?
I think Ermor is going to win. Based on the performance that we saw last time, the Horse Tribe are pretty effective against Satis, and he's just got a lot of junk in the way between the Horse Tribe and that's his win condition here. Are these Horse Tribe PD of all things?
Who is blessing his troops? I don't see anybody blessing.
No.
So my prediction is if there's a bless, Ermor wins. If there's no bless, I think Satis is at least going to, take their pound of flesh. Wait, what is this guy doing? Come back!
No!
Come back! No! Okay, can I change my opinion?
He leads from the front. He is a true courageous lizard.
Look at this! It's an over. The horses are attack rear. This was genius. Oh my goodness!
No, the horses, they can't be scripted. They're PD, aren't they?
He's talking about the skeletons.
These guys right here.
The knights.
Oh.
But without a bless, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right. There's no bless. But look at this. This is gorgeous. If the horses were attack rear, if they were attack closest, do you think there were assassination battles here? Or do you think he just caught reinforcements? What do you think, Gaslov? Do you think that this was catching reinforcements, or do you think?
Oh my gosh, he lost! Nice.
King of Kings.
I don't know what happened here. This was weird.
Okay,
the power of the Lizard King. My favorite mage. Well, not mage, but he's my favorite chassis. I want to say for Holy Threes.
Why is that?
Mostly just the aesthetics.
Yeah, the Horse Tribe shooting at the shielded guys was really useless.
This is like something straight out of a movie. This is awesome. Like this, I would not have predicted this. This is amazing. That being said, he's still getting attrition down. And at the end of the day, I mean, what did he lose?
Bunch of souls, 100 souls.
Yeah, like the Knights are terrible, and the PD, because I think he did a PD dump. But
That's
man,
what, 15 PD? 14 PD?
I want to say it might even be 30, because is Horse Tribe 2 per?
Yes.
Okay, then it's 15, yeah. Yeah, that was, he didn't lose a whole lot, but man, Satis got lucky there. What, do you think it was luck or skill? Which one do you think it is, Geldavir?
I would say that proper management of luck is a skill all its own. That's what I'm going to say.
That's not an answer.
That is an answer. That's
an avoidance.
When you fight in a war, you have to take into account all the factors, and the random chance of luck is certainly a thing. You never bank on it, but you always take it into account. The Lizard King going out in front, that I think was skill on his end, because if those knights had been blessed, they would have chewed through all of the Lizard Warriors, or not Lizard Warriors, but the Slave Warriors, and they would have just absolutely wrecked shop on the back line. So him pushing the Lizard King forward was smart on his end.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, what do you think, Gezlov?
The PD had a 1 in 3 chance of targeting the Sobek warrior party, and that's what they targeted. Had they shot their arrows at the Lizard Warriors, I think this battle would have gone the other way.
I think you're right, dude. That's a really, yeah. I mean, all these are coming down on the shielded warriors rather than the unshielded warriors. Do you know? Do they attack? How do they target? Do they target the closest or the most hit points? Because the Sobeks do have the most hit points by a lot.
See, I always thought it was when it came to PD, it was they would choose a random group and attack that group because they're target none.
And
a random
then
squad.
And not only that, but then the Sobeks went to the south. If they'd have gone through a random arrow could have killed either one of his. God. This is solid. I really want to talk to Sakane at this point and see if this was planned or whether this was whether he did this on purpose or not. Because that was gorgeous. If I were in charge of writing a script for a Dominions battle, that would be it. Okay, what happens here? Because there were a lot of losses.
Chaff. Non-blessed troops, and then Solus and Long Dead do not take well to that's not a whole lot. I mean, losing the High Priest is sad, because that's a holy two. And then if he had just had a bit more troops just to screen for a little bit longer, I think that Satis easily could have won this.
I wonder if there were some. I wonder if he was doing some assassinations behind the scenes. And let me see. Rivia is. Yeah, I wonder if he was doing assassinations behind the scenes and just wanted to see if he could somehow, knock the troops off. If that makes sense. I really wish we could see the assassination battles, because that'd be really nice. What is he doing? Oh, no, he's coming back and taking these provinces back. Okay, other than that, there's not a whole lot that I'm seeing. Undead troops. No, how could you? I don't see there's a whole lot more to be done with this turn. Of note, Relay has kind of backed off. I assume they're waiting for supply units or supply items, and Mictlan is now on the move. So hopefully turn 20 will be a little bit more exciting. Okay, Abyssia has a note for us. Geldavir, can you pick it up for us?
Looks like Asphodel pulled out of the Ermor coalition and will be attacking me, probably invited by Naba. Unfortunately, I cannot defend my Pangean lands very well against that many stealth raiders. I may have to pull out of that region in exchange for more focused efforts near my core territories. A solid defense against Asphodel while annexing Naba may be the best play. I will try to Diplo Fascia and see if we can separate the lands, as Asphodel probably will not attack in too long, didn't read. Being attacked east to west alongside my own northern attack. Let's see how I wheedle out of this one.
What's really interesting is that it sounds like Asphodel has picked a fight with the largest player. Maybe Nabah has helped him out, or has helped, like, convince him, but we haven't read anything by it. Like, Nabah hasn't messaged us at all. I need to talk to the player and see what he ended up doing. So we were supposed to do a video the other day, and it just, time didn't work out. I love Lucid, the King of Legends. What? Wait, the King of Legends is that's the chassis then, right?
No, King of Legends, I believe, is one of their heroes. It might be the Immortal Returning one. I don't remember.
That's hilarious.
Oh wait, no, never mind. That's Micklin, not Satis, because Satis has a hero called the King, the Returning King, if I remember right, who's a immortal chariot guy. Pretty fun to have around.
Okay, so let's see what's happening here. It looks like he's just picking up an indie site. I mean, I'm hoping that a fight is gonna happen soon. That's nothing. Oh, we have another attempt to what is this? Is this just PD or what? Yeah, that's just a lot of barbarian PD. So the 10 PD, and Galdavier, I was going to talk to you. Did we talk about the 10 PD that Ermor is putting everywhere?
Nope, we did not.
Okay, so you missed out on that. He has 10 PD everywhere. Like, you look at 10 PD, 10, 10. Now 15 and 20 here. I mean, what is this? Is this something? Because I got Gazlov's opinion on it. I told my own. What is your opinion on PD on Ermorian lands?
For my core territories, I would probably only put PD in areas that are not under my dominion, so I can hold on to them longer. If I had taken luck and magic, if I had taken luck scales, I would be more confident about putting PD in a province, because there's an event where if you have, I believe, 10 PD in a province, there's a chance that an event will pop that you'll get either an additional 10 or 15 province defense.
Oh, wow.
And then for the way that province defense works, you can do it's 1 PD for every 100 population, if I remember correctly. So at a certain point, you will not be able to put any more province defense inside of your core lands. And when you're getting raided by, just say, a couple of scouts because they know you don't have any, or they don't think that you would have wasted money putting in province defense when that money should be spent towards forts, they might only send in a small group of like a couple of scouts, or maybe a small commander with maybe like 10 or 15 troops, and 10 PD is certainly enough to hold down that province. So you're taking gold away from another player by investing a small amount. It's a risky play as Ermor, but it can certainly be done.
And Gazlov, we saw it. I mean, we kind of were a little bit. We condemned the idea, but at the same time, I mean, this battle, 99, they could have won 2 battles. They absolutely won 1, and then here he once again, wipes out a pretty large force, or not large, but a raiding force using his PD. I mean, Gazlov, do you think that you should we change our opinion on this? Is PD the new meta for Ermor?
Well, it could be, because you're right. In this case, it's really working out for him. So, yeah, maybe we misjudged.
Now, of note, Gazlov, you said that he should just go all in against Satis, but it looks like he's going all in against somebody else. I mean, is Migdalin a better target?
Oh man, see, I don't think so. You really, I mean, I don't understand what Ermor's plan is, because if you're not, what are you gonna do against Migdalin? Now that Satis is, angry, Relay is clearly at your doorsteps. What is the point? Like, why go against somebody who's been really passive and has done but a tiny amount of vulturing, it just seems like a bad idea. But I thought the TPD was a bad idea, so we'll see.
Oh, jeez, he got Sorks of the Sand here. I mean, what's interesting is I could see if Ermor talked to Mictlan and said, "Hey, take the throne, take this. Those provinces are yours, and we're going to peace. I want these ones because they have death income." And then he turns completely on Satis, knocks out Satis. He could be in a position to win the game. He's got the 1, 2, 3, 4 thrones next to him that he would eventually have to take. But the thing is, Asphodel is turning on Abyssia. So this one should be pretty easy to take. You're already at war with Relay. You've got a pathway to victory if you're able to go to peace with Mictlan. I'm really kind of curious as to what's going to happen here. Okay, we are on turn 20. And I think we can move into turn 21 here. And I'm hoping, according to the notes that RCK has put together for us, we have the start of the war between Fascia and Nabaa in this turn. And there it is. Okay. Okay, so Fascia is going to hit Nabaa. I do want to see if there's any major battles that go on here. That's just a raid. Nothing big here. Ooh, what is... This is huge. We have all of these meteorite guards here versus a finally blessed group. Look at that. They are just eating up these meteorite guards. I mean... Hold on, where is that? This one right here. Galdavir, how terrible is this loss here?
Pretty damn significant in my opinion. It loses Relay a land province that chances are, without a major commitment, he won't be able to push them off of. And then Meteorite Guards are the highest quality troops that Relay, or non-Illithid troops that Relay can amass. They're high protection, magic weapons inbuilt, pretty solid stat line all around. Only issue is that they are very resource intensive. I would not be happy with this trade. Like, it's a complete rout. It's frankly a little disgusting.
Where are his mage support? Where are his other troops? Do you think he got? I mean, Ermor doesn't have assassins. What happened here? Was this just a misplay?
Misclick, yeah. It looks... How many commanders were left behind?
He's got 2 commanders. You might be right, dude. He might have meant to pull back. Either way, now he's got a ton of Illithid commanders with not a lot of troops to sit in front. Wow.
Yeah, see, I think that's the message that Ermor has sent. That, it's like, just back off, Relay. Stop wasting your time. And, Ermor, I think, can safely go focus on Satis. I really think he can. Yeah, having Relay close to you is like having a bad infection, but I think he can just kind of ignore it for the most part and then take care of it later, like when it really gets bad,
What's scary is look at all these Illithids that are coming up. And sadly, I don't think he's going to get... Because, I mean, like, the perfect counter to a bunch of crappy chaff is to get a bunch of your own crappy chaff. And just do 700 Lobos in front of all of these Illithids. They lock down the Lictors, and then the Lictors get hammered by the Lobos. But I don't know if he's going to do that, because he's got this Meteorite Guard strategy in mind. I'll be interested. I think next turn is going to be a really interesting turn, and... I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next turn. Meanwhile, we have a fight in Mictlan. Okay. Just a bunch of slave chaff and a bunch of crappy chaff. Is this a scary army for you, Gazlov?
No. I don't think that's all that bad. I mean, that's kind of just a raiding army.
What's interesting is this censor, is this his prophet? Because if it's not, he's once again only has one. Where is he? Okay, so this is his prophet. So he does have an H3 with the army. Oh, with quickness. What happened to you? Does he get double quickness?
Quickness only means swiftness.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, no. If that was an actual heroic trait, that would be the most sought after one. Especially on thugs and everything. Oh man.
We have yet another fight between Satis on this fort. Once again, the troops are not being blessed.
Yeah, they'll wipe them. They'll wipe them out.
He got lucky right there. I saw those knights running in down the center. I thought, okay, Lizard King's about to get sniped. Nope, they just swerve to the right.
He's living the life of luck, isn't he? Because they don't seem to want to target him whatsoever. Oh,
Like, it looks really close, doesn't it?
It looks like you're gonna go right for him, and at the last second they swerve. What scripting is causing this?
Looks like they just kind of stuck in the middle. I mean, if they don't have a commander.
Well, I mean, they've got to have a commander. They're on a fort. They have to be underneath this Mound King here. Oh, you might be. Oh, he's getting assassinated. He's only got one Mound King. That's 80 undead leadership. He's got way more than 80. Oh man.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're either PD or, or other, you just target a random group.
That is, yeah. Okay. So that's probably what, I think you're right. I think that's what ended up happening. Wait, we have an attack on Fascia versus Abyssia.
Well, this might be the negotiated retreat.
Okay, I think you might be right. Okay, and then there's a border skirmish here that goes well, and then this is a Naba attacking Abyssia. Okay, and that's nothing. Okay, so far, okay, yeah, it looks like you're right. I think this is negotiated here. We have Naba having these huge armies versus Fascia and Abyssia. Who do you think's going to win this fight? Give it to me, Gaslov.
So, this is pretty complicated, right? Because we've got a lot going on. Abyssia is not really going to be able to go on the offense because he's being attacked by 3 players-ish, right? And then 2 of the players that are attacking Abyssia are also now at war.
Okay, so when you're saying 3 players, who's attacking Abyssia?
So we've got Fascia, Naba, and Asphodel.
I think this was negotiated. I think that Fascia is not actually at war with Abyssia. But I could be wrong in this regards. The like from the diplomacy, from the sounds of it, what are these guys? Asphodel will be attacking Naba in the next 2 turns, from the sounds of it. Abyssia and Fascia are attacking Naba. So it's these 2 versus this guy, these 2 versus this guy, and that's it. Now, knowing
so
that,
what do you think is going to happen? Right? Is they're kind of split. They're going to split off. I think Abyssia is going to want to focus on Asphodel because he can, while he dumps Fascia to fight Nabal.
who wins in those battles?
Well, I think Abyssia is going to beat Asphodel. And, well, I'm sorry, one sec.
Galdavir, do you agree?
that Abyssea is going to beat Asphodel 100% because the power of fire elementals, size 6 fire elementals should not be underestimated, especially when all of your troops are made of plants and are undead and can easily catch fire if you just rub 2 sticks in their direction.
Who do you think wins the Nabab versus Fascia matchup?
That is tougher for me to call. I think that Nabab will probably push Fascia off of the coastline, but I don't think that he'll actually be able to commit the forces in order to skip across the lake and actually go assault Fascia itself. I think that's just going to be a long, protracted war that's just going to take resources from Nabab that he should be using to fight Abyssea instead. Maybe Abyssea, knowing this, negotiated with Fascia. It's like, hey, in return for this province and maybe some other stuff, you help me out with Nabab, and Abyssea might be expecting Fascia to just not really maybe take out a whole lot from them, but to at least pull some troops away. And that's certainly valuable, especially when you're in this delicate of a position that Nabab is in. I mean, compared to the amount of land that Abyssea can pull troops forward, I'm very shocked that Nabab is, or sorry, no, not shocked that Nabab is going at it, but I'm shocked that Nabab hasn't been able to pull someone else in to back him up.
Well, everybody's at war with Ermor right now, and what's sad is that Asphodel they were in a position to kind of help in this war, but I guess they kind of got edged out by Relay. If I were the Abyssea player, I would try to hold this front against Nabab, and then try to knock out Asphodel as fast as I could, and then swing back against Nabab, because their bless is so strong. I think that you're right. I think fire elementals, 5 mages and some bodyguards seem like they could take out, Asphodel from what you're saying, right?
Basically, maybe not just 5 mages and a pack of bodyguards, but certainly enough fire elementals to be able to drown out Asphodel. Forgot the name for a second.
You're good, dude. I'm getting a little bit tongue tied myself. It's let's move into turn 22 and see what happens, dude. I'm really excited because I haven't seen this turn, but I'm reading up the notes that RCK made, and this is supposed to be a very maybe not, huh? Okay, RCK lied. There was supposed to be a whole bunch of fights this turn. Or maybe it's the next turn. I have no clue.
I'm still shocked that Asphodel and Ermor didn't do the Power Alliance, and they could have easily swallowed up Micklin. But Ermor just got too greedy and decided to take on Satis at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they should have given up a little bit of land for a nap, and I know that I think they actually said they were going to actually do this. Okay, so Galdavir, do you want to read that first major paragraph?
Hail, flying spaghetti monster. The war with Nabab and Asphodel has begun. Fascia will have struck Nabab this turn and also attacked me at Renthale. Although it's the most lucrative province, I cannot hope to hold it. Fascia will also be taking 143 from me in hopes of cutting off Asphodel. We will see if that works correctly. They might bump into that in an oversight, and I am willing to live with it. On the Nabatean front, I hope that the Fascian landings place him in check. If he diverts resources to fight the sailors, I move in. If he doesn't, fine, the sailors will move in. I don't expect Tall Carthage to hand over any of the Nabatean land, nor return my eastern provinces. Technically, it's part of our deal, but he doesn't see it happening.
So he gave up those 2 provinces in order to cut off Asphodel from, to make it, instead of a 2-front war, making it a 1-front war, and he's going to permanently lose some of those really good provinces. I don't think this is worth it. Do you think that it's worth it to have taken a front off of the board?
Those provinces were worth, 200 gold?
Yeah, per turn, too.
Something like that. So that's a good chunk of fresh new income that Fascia will have access to in order to help out with the war. Cutting off that area and making sure you have some place that you don't expect an attack from can certainly free up your troops. But if I was Fascia, I would start looking to start a second war or a third war before he finishes out his war with Nabaa. Maybe Fascia will just take a couple of provinces off of Nabaa and say, hey, Nabaa, let's have peace real quick, and so you can focus out on all what's going on Abyssea's end. And then Fascia will just play the slow, long game of just take a couple provinces here or there, and then eventually, hopefully, transition into knocking out his underwater provinces. Eventually. Maybe.
What's interesting
Probably
is
not.
This looked like it was going to be a really clean, like a clean game here, where you'd have it, but it seems to be kind of moving into anarchy and chaos at this point. Asphodel does not have troops on my border, so I assume he's playing like Pangea. I don't have the mobility to predict many of his attacks, so I won't. I have fire elementals ready to throw at him, and he shouldn't have magic weapons. Once I get key research, I can deploy my Pretender God as a tactical nuke. If I find the space to blood hunt, I will also go ahead and research up to send Lesser Horror and make his life miserable. Okay, and I'm really excited about seeing that. I really hope he gets the Lesser Horrors up and going. Gazlov, are you back, dude?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay,
Sorry
excellent.
about
So we have a raid by Nabaa, which I'm really excited. Nabaa is fighting 2 people and is still being proactive about it. We have a minor fight where it looks like those desert warriors are trash. And we have another raid in force. This seems like a lot of troops for a raid. And he seems to be doing it kind of everywhere, but let's hold on, go to province. What do you think that Fascia's overall strategy is, Gasov? Do you think that he just wants the coast, or do you think he's going all-out war against Nabaa?
No, I think he's trying to cut him off from income as fast as he can. I mean, it's not quite an elfing, but it's a good strategy to kind of split the forces up and then try to combine them in the middle for one big battle. But yeah, he wants to break Nabaa's economy, lock him down, and yeah, he sees 2 juicy thrones. And Abyssea is now out of the picture, right?
Well, they're still fighting. There hasn't been a gap.
Well, but that, as far as Fascia sees things, he's like, these thrones are mine, right? So all I got to do is beat this one guy, and I can take these thrones, and there's no one available to take them away from me.
Yeah, I agree. Now, of note, we have a raid here where he's going in with these camel riders and he's taking away key provinces. And where are his other camels? Do you think that they're with the army, or do you think he's getting ready to raid? Gasol, what do you think?
Well, see, that's really strange. I don't like that kind of deep rating because it doesn't help you a lot. I mean, while it does deny the enemy a little bit,
Resources denied is resources gained.
Well, not in this case because he can't trace back.
Well, but but I see what he's saying. It's
okay. Okay.
He's preventing the creation of troops by hitting there.
I don't think that Nabaa's camel warriors, if they commit to a fight on province defense, like maybe Abyssea's only got like a little bit of province defense in these places, which his camel riders could, but I don't think that camel riders are of a high enough quality troop in order to push out. Because if I remember right, the basic province defense for Middle Abyssea is fire or high attack, high protection unit. And those ravens aren't going to be able to snipe them, and then the Nabaan archer or the camel riders aren't going to be able to do it.
Yeah, we're watching like all these guys are landing right on the commander, and they do absolutely nothing. Now, interestingly enough, his commanders are lighting his own troops on fire.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Okay, and it looks like what happens is the camel riders end up eventually just killing enough troops that it causes a rout. But I think you're right. If he ever runs into some real PD, he's going to be in real trouble.
Well, it was an interesting script that he used there because he used the fire and keep distance one, which is something that you don't really use a whole lot of. In this instance, it can work, especially if you're going up against light PD. So as the militia will try and close in, they'll pull back, and then they'll just keep firing, and then they'll keep pulling back, and then they'll just keep firing. So it
cool.
increases your chances of killing them before they reach you, and then it also tightens up your troops, getting that attack density.
I really like that. I think you got put. What's that?
Do you see the flaw in what happened? It put his commander up front.
That is the only one major. That is the only one major issue is that as the troops will keep pulling back, they'll run it into commander. It also looked like he had his commander on stay behind troops. So eventually, if he has enough troops or enough PD, that they will run up against it, and it's a possibility that the commander can get sniped.
I think the commander's on the same script. I think he's on the retreat while attacking type thing too. If he would have put his,
still a dangerous position.
Yeah, I think if he put his commander in the middle, it would have been not better, not like perfect, but better at least. The problem is that they retreated beyond the commander, and then the commander wasn't able to get to the edge first. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think we'll see more raids from here, so we'll see how it works out. And we looked at the other ones, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, these Desert Warriors are just not good enough. Okay, so this war looks like it's going slow and steady. No major commitments yet. And I think that, you know what? I think that we're going to call it a quits at this point, with the next episode guaranteed to give us at least an idea of what this is right here. Galdavir, do you think he really has like 300 of these elephants?
It could be as many as 400. It could be as few as 150 with the way that Dominions works.
Okay.
But I don't know what he's going to do with that stack of troops. Like, I don't trust that against Abyssia because, once again, Abyssia just dumps fire elementals at you. They're not early age Abyssia where it's all fire all the time, but they still have enough fire that even those elephants will probably get burnt in half.
I think there are at least 3 charms on this. That's my guess. I don't
love to see 300 elephants in a battle.
There is no way that this is real. There is no way this is real.
My name is Hannibal.
I mean, is it? Do you think that this is real, or do you think he has charms?
I don't know.
I want it to be real.
Me too. I want to see this. Now, interestingly enough, he has a ton of these guys here. These look like the dogs. This might actually be real, but I mean, it's really interesting. He's using the charms. Have you ever used the charms before, Gazlov, to try to like throw people off?
Well, as you know, I play elves, so it's not going to do me a lot of good.
I think that I used it once as like because you get the charms randomly in those random events, and so you just recruit one elephant, put it on the guy, and just keep it at a border that you want to scare somebody, and it sometimes works. Galdavir, have you ever used this before? The charms that you know the troop enhancing charms.
I've used the troop obscuring charms, never the troop enhancing ones. I like using those ones just to mess with people. If they just see a small stack of, say, 15 troops on the border, okay, no problem. And all of a sudden you see a massive stack of 225 troops. All when your troops are on the other side of the map, all of a sudden you're like, I'm good.
Okay, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do us in for this episode. And it is really interesting because we didn't see much out of. In fact, I don't think we saw any Ermorian flags. Oh, we had one. So we just had this one province, Everything else here has been pretty tame. I think we're going to be seeing a fight here in the next turn. We'll be seeing a fight, down here against Nabah. I think that the next episode is when things are really going to heat up. So, Galdavir, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Geslav, thank you again.
Thank you.
And looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye.